Stop for a moment. Not later. Not after this video. Right now, because what you're about to hear might quietly change. Now why that is hard to reverse once you see it clearly. Think about your day. You wake up, you check your phone, check your bank balance. Go to work, you earn money, you spend money. You save what you can, you plan your future around it. Everything is connected, mistraded for it. Your security depends on it. Your freedom is shaped by how much of it. The uncomfortable question most people never stop to ask. What actually is money? Not the definition you learned, simplified version, but the real thing. Because once you strip everything away, once you look at it honestly, you realize something isn't what we think it is. And the system built around it is not as simple or as neutral as we know. In 2026, the global financial system is sitting on top of around $348 trillion in debt. That number is almost too big. Not just large, it's structural. It means the entire system runs on borrowing, and not just small amounts, massive, growing. The United States alone carries close to $39 trillion in national debt. Interest payments alone are over $1 trillion per year. Raises a simple question. If money is supposed to represent value, why does more of it come from debt than from actual production? Here's where things start to feel off. Because if money is created through debt, then for the system to function, debt must not shrink for long. It cannot stabilize permanently. It must expand, and if it stops expanding, the system starts to break. Now, think about your life again. The rising cost of living, the feeling that your income doesn't stretch as far as pressure to keep earning, keep working, keep chasing stability. What if that isn't random? What if that's part of how the system, not in a dramatic, obvious way, but quietly, gradually, over time. This video isn't about fear, it's about understanding. Once you understand how something works, you stop being controlled by it in the same way. We're going to walk through history, look at how money started, how it changed, and how it became what it is today. You'll start to see patterns. Once you see those patterns, you'll begin to understand why things feel the way they do. Let's start at the beginning. Not just an object, it's an agreement, a shared belief. If I give you a piece of paper, and you accept it works because you believe someone else will accept it later. That belief is everything. Without it, money is just of years ago. This wasn't complicated. People used barter. You trade something you have for something you need. But barter has started using common items. Gold, silver, grain, salt. These things had value because they were scarce. They couldn't be created. Scarcity created trust. If you had gold, you had something real, something limited, something that couldn't be. But over time, carrying physical money became inconvenient. So people started storing their gold with trusted holders, and in return, their receipts could be exchanged instead of the gold itself. At first, everything worked, honestly. But then some holding the gold noticed something simple. Most people never came back to claim it. I asked a question. What if we issued more receipts than the gold we actually have? At first, it probably felt harmless, but the system began to shift. Because now money wasn't just representing value. It was being created beyond what existed. As people trusted the system, the illusion held. This is the origin of modern banking. Money is not limited by physics. Societies grew larger, governments needed more resources. Especially during war. War requires money. Raising taxes directly is difficult, so governments looked for another way. In 1694, the Bank of England allowed the government to borrow money without immediately raising taxes. In return, the bank gained the ability to. This was a turning point. Instead of money representing stored value, it began representing borrowed value, and that difference is huge. Borrowed value comes with a condition. It must be paid back with interest. So now the system had a built-in pressure. It creates money. But repayment requires more money than originally created, which means new debt must be created to cover. In the United States, in 1913, the Federal Reserve was established. It centralized control. For a long time, money was still tied to gold. You couldn't create unlimited money if it had to be backed by something. That changed. In 1971, the link to gold was removed. This was a defining moment. Money became pure. It has value because it is declared to have value. They could now expand the money supply without a physical limit, and they did. Time something went wrong. The response was similar. Add more liquidity, lower interest rates. Back, you see patterns. Periods of expansion, followed by instability, followed by correction. Money is easy to create. Borrowing increases, spending increases, asset prices rise. But beneath the surface, debt builds. Seen this many times. The Great Depression, the 2008 financial crisis, connected by the same structure. Too much leverage. Supply expands faster than real production. Prices rise. That's why things feel more expensive. Purchasing power On the other hand, those who own assets often benefit. Because asset prices tend to rise with expansion, this creates a gap. Now we're entering a new phase. Technology is changing money. Digital payments, online banking, and now central bank digital currencies can be tracked in real time. Money that can be programmed. This adds another layer. Money today is no longer tied to something physical. It is created through a system of debt, policy. Understanding this doesn't mean rejecting the system. It means seeing it clearly. You interact with it differently. You make informed decisions, assuming everything is as simple as it appears. Because often, it isn't. And that awareness alone is powerful.